We're the Wilsons. David, Amanda, Paisley, Wyatt, Nolan, and Paxton. Come join us on our journey as we build a house, live tiny, go on everyday adventures, and look for the beauty in everyday life. Coming up, my top 10 favorite baby products. Hey guys, I'm coming to you today from my bed in my bedroom. I want to go over today my top 10 baby products that I think every parent needs. So as a mom of 4, I feel like I kind of know what baby products you need and you don't need. However, I do know that they're coming out with new things every single day. So these are just my top 10 things that I've used with every baby that I feel like is, worth the purchases that, to get. I will, as I go through, kind of talk about a few of the differences in some of the products that I've had in the past and what the pros and cons I liked of each one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is baby gowns. So this one is from Lulu & Company, and I absolutely love it. It is so soft, first of all. The reason I like gowns is for nighttime feedings and stuff. It is so easy just to scoot the gown up and be able to change the diaper without really waking up the baby. I have found, at least with my kids, that it is best for like minimal stimulation at night to really try to work on getting them on the right day-night cycle. And so these gowns have really helped with that. Now, they don't have to be Lulu & Company. I also have a bunch from Carter's and things like that that I've used, but I do think gowns are a necessity and so worth having. Now, I know not everybody likes them, but like I said, I do. I feel like it makes those nighttime diaper changes so much easier just to scoot up the gown as opposed to fumbling with the legs, getting the legs in and out, and having to zip and unzip the baby. So that's just my preference, and I feel like it. A lot of gowns nowadays also come with the little mitt things on them where you can just flip it over, which is also nice to cover up their little hands so they can't scratch themselves. Okay, so the next thing that I think everybody needs is a boppy. So this is my boppy, and I got a custom cover from Ritzy Baby, and it says his name. This comes in so handy when you're breastfeeding, especially during that newborn phase when they can't really help you at all. They can't really hold themselves up. I will say that with my first 2, I also had the My Breast Friend, which really, really helps if you are new to breastfeeding. It really gives extra support and has extra positioning help for the baby. Now with my last 2, I haven't really needed it because I felt like I could do it on my own. But initially it was really a lifesaver. And even if you're not breastfeeding, if you're bottle feeding, this is so nice to just kind of have to help prop up the baby, with your arm underneath the baby. Or as they get a little bit older, you can use it to kind of prop them up a little bit, to sit up just a little bit. But yeah, this is definitely a product that I think you should invest in for sure. The next thing is a good bathtub. So this is the bathtub I have this time. It is probably my second favorite that we've had, but honestly, it just depends on what you're going to do. So this one you set in the water in a big bathtub, and then the water comes up underneath it. We also had the Fisher-Price whale tub, and we had that for the first 2 kids, and I did like that one because I felt like we did a lot of baths on the kitchen counter, and I really like that. You could fill it up, where that's not an option with one of these. The other one we had was the blooming bath, where you stick it in the sink and give baths that way. It was cute, but I don't usually give baths in the sink, so it just didn't work for my family. Now, if you are planning to give most of your baths in the kitchen sink, then it would be a good one for you. So along with baths come bath products. So the ones I have been loving with this baby are the Baby Bum shampoo and wash, and then they also have a tub of lotion and I meant to grab it and completely forgot. So I will insert a picture of it for you. And then I also, so I will be honest, all of my babies have developed cradle cap right around their soft spot. Just because honestly, I am too nervous like to sit there and scrub it. So this time I got this Stella, let's see if you can see it, shampoo mousse, and it's for cradle cap. And then I also got this, it's from the people that make Nose Frida, but it's for cradle cap. It's a little, it's just a little like brush. And you just spray this on there and then scrub it on their head, and it got rid of it probably in 1 to 2 uses. One use like it was significantly better, and then the second use it was completely gone, and it has not come back. So I think if you're having those issues, this is completely worth it. Another thing my pediatrician said you could do is you could also get some baby oil and a soft bristle toothbrush, and you could do it that way. We did that with my others, but it does leave their hair very oily for a few days, and it takes a couple of times to use, so I just wanted to try something different, and this worked really well. Okay, so the next thing that I definitely think is a must-have is a baby carrier. So this is a Lily baby, and it's just black, so that you can wear the baby, especially if it's not your first baby, but even if it is your first baby. A baby carrier makes life so much easier. I also like the baby tan. I feel like the Moby wrap is too much fabric. I just personally, I feel like it's too much. So the baby tan, and then one like this, where you can put the baby on and then you still have your hands free, but the baby is cuddled up next to you. I just think it is such a necessity to have. It makes it so easy. I like wearing my babies a lot of times when we go to stores too, because then I feel like they're covered more and can find more, so less people are like trying to touch on them. Okay, let's talk swaddles. So, I love swaddles. I have probably so many different types of swaddles. Especially when they're little, and then they're just so convenient, the little throw blankets, as they get older. My son is 7 months old, and we don't swaddle him anymore, but we still use these all the time just to take with us. So I have here, for knit swaddles, my favorite has been Copper Pearl. I have not tried a Lulu & Company one yet, but I bet it's similar, and because I think feels like the gowns, and so it is probably amazing. But I will insert a picture of my little guy swaddled in a Copper Pearl one, and it is just the size of it. I mean, it is massive. It's just so nice, and it's so convenient, and it really like swaddles him really well, and he couldn't fight out of it. That's my problem with a lot of swaddles I've tried, is they tend to fight like their way out of their arms and stuff, and then or kick their legs out of it, and once they do that, then it's not really doing its job anymore. I got this one for free, but it's from Swaddle Designs, and it's like the muslin fabric, which is nice for like babies that are born in summer months. And then we also have like this one from Target that I thought was so pretty, and it's just called from the Cloud Island, and it was really large as well too, and I was really impressed with it. Okay, let's talk baby bottles. So, baby bottles, I'll be honest, this is my 4th baby, and with my other 3, I used the old Born Free bottles and loved them. All my kids took them, no problem. We had no issues. They quit making them, and they changed their design. I have not tried their new design, so I can't say whether it's good or bad or indifferent. I just know my babies all took the old ones, and I was really upset when they changed it. With Paxton, he is mainly breastfed, and he does not like bottles. However, I will say it is very important to have some bottles on hand, even if you're planning on breastfeeding, just in case. Because in those first couple weeks postpartum, there's a lot of hormones, there's a lot of stress, and it's just nice to have it just in case. even if you end up pumping and putting it in a bottle, they're just nice to have. This is one of the Smilo, see if you can, it's hard to see, Smilo bottles, and this is the only one that I've even gotten him to take a little bit. We tried the Como Tomos, and I wanted to love them because I think they're cool, I think their design is cool. He would not take it. So this one has a pretty wide nipple, and I feel like he took it the best out of all the ones we've tried. And this is our 4th bottle to try. Okay, so we are getting pretty long here. Let's see, let's finish up. Okay, so the next thing is a good bouncer. So this is an Ingenuity bouncer. I will say, with my other ones, we had the Ingenuity bouncers that bounced themselves, and I loved it. It was probably my favorite bouncer. This one, so the toy bar got broke on the other one from the older kids, so this one I bought off of one of those garage sale sites. And it is an Ingenuity bouncer, but it does not have the like bounce itself feature. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. Get the one that bounces itself. It really helps, like, tremendously. Also, another thing we had that would not be in my top 10 is a rock and play. And if you have a baby with like any type of reflux and stuff, a rock and play is a must have. And again, they have ones of those that like kind of rock themselves now too, which is pretty neat. So the other thing that we've had is the dock-a-tot. So this is the dock-a-tot that we have. And my son has used it since he was born. For the price point, I do feel like they grow out of it really fast, but I do feel like it's worth it. About 6 months is all you're going to get use out of it. Now he's too big, and when you try to like lay him in it or whatever, he tries to turn it and he gets angry because he can't move very much. I know they have the bigger one, but I don't think that we will be investing in it. I just don't know that it's worth it. The other thing I would say about it for the price range is that I don't like the fabric. It stains very easily, and they don't come out very easily. And I feel like with all baby stuff, they should be like fabrics that can wash really easily and wash really well. The last thing that you have that I think is a necessity, of course, is our car seat. Okay, so this time we have the Nuna Pippa, and it has been a really good car seat. I think I will wait because we are getting so long and go into more detail about the car seats we've had, what we currently use, and then like some features of the Nuna. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below. But those are the top 10 things that I think every new parents need for their baby. Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.